Cambridge Audio is a brand very well known to audio world. Its previous generation of CXA60 and 80 were full hit for a company. They had very punchy, warm sound that brought a lot of technology from their Edge series. It was really versatile as well, bringing Bluetooth, USB and subwoofer output. No wonder why it was such a hit. But what they did with the new generation is an exemplary work in updating your current gear enough with the new technology and sounds while remaining faithful to your winning formula. So from perspective of design and features, many things have been inherited from a previous generation. Besides from a new generation being a bit bigger, buttons being a bit flatter, the looks are very similar. Feature-wise, they switch from USB-A to USB-B and provide almost the identical amount of features. But sound is where it becomes more interesting, while remaining the same formula of meaty, punchy sound, but also adding a bit of clarity and transparency into a mix, making it more versatile amp. First thing I noticed when I tested this with several speakers is that it does not play well with every gear, so be mindful of that. One of my favorite speakers that I had at the time is Sonus Faber Lumina 2, did not play unfortunately well. Punchy dynamic sound with the coloration of Sonus Faber brought a bit too forward sound that were a bit muddy from what I get used to while listening to these speakers. This is no fault of Cambridge Audio, as it is amp that does what it is made for, to bring you muscular, punchy sound that will make listening to your music very rhythmic and fun experience. But be wary to what you pair them, as they tend to push your speakers forward to become a bit more detailed, which can cause a fatigue. They work best with speakers that are neutral or those that are not too warm. There is so much that Cambridge Audio can offer in this price range. Its sound, its design, its versatility. No wonder that it is so popular. And those are the words that I can use to promote this device. Sound, versatility and design. Last one being subjective, but first two being objective perks that this amp offers. While always thinking that sound is a paramount necessity of every audiophile gear and everything else is just a bonus, I always like that companies can provide both sound and more in its package. This is why I always think brands like Denon and Marantz are successful and had a large presence on the market all these years, as they pack their gear for a wide variety of audio lovers. Just think what you can do with this one. You can have a nice dinner with friends and use Bluetooth to shower them with your favorite lists from Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, etc. You can use its muscular sound as an heavy receiver alternative when you need that extra attack and presence from your movies. And for what most of us are going to use it, to enjoy your music collection in a true hi-fi manner with a big grin on your face, relishing in your favorite hobby. Unless you are a vinyl enthusiast, for that you will need a separate phono preamp, as this amp does not have phono stage. Sound-wise, from who this amp is for, I think for someone who wants a lot of agility and punch from its music. Someone who listens to music with a lot of upbeat instrumentation and power that circulates around the room, giving it tact and rhythm. I heard a lot of people listening to jazz hyping this amp because of its attack and punchiness. And so I did put some Giant Steps by Coltrane to test that theory, and I was not disappointed. There is that galloping snare that gives rhythm to a song with so much percussion and drive, a saxophone solo so filled with dynamics. It was a fun listening experience, as amp does good in coupling all the elements together. I heard some amps deliver a lot more texture with this song, but I can pick out a lot of behavior and movements of instruments, how they feel and how they behave. But I should test this with something more expressive emotionally, and to test that, how vocals fit in that, by listening to different variety of music from Peter Gabriel, Prince, Sufjan Stevens, Kate Bush, Nick Cave and some Pain of Salvation. A variety of styles and expressivity to test this amp, And here comes to me meet why this amp doesn't fit my needs. To how punchy and meaty this amp is, it did not work for that transparency and emotions I wanted from my music. While I enjoy all that energy and rhythm and how dynamic the sound can get, I always believed that in the mid section of sonic spectrum, how treble and bass couple to create a space for vocals, they never allowed vocals to flourish and to feel them with all my heart. I like when speakers have that bloom and it opens the soundstage to you, so you're able to hear and feel instruments around you. To build that soundstage, speakers need to have ability to do so. But the shape, presence and scope of soundstage is built with a great amp. While there were a lot of details and dynamics in front of you, instruments felt alive. But vocals always took a backseat here, especially noticeable while listening to female vocalists. And completeness and fullness of soundstage is something I always root for. To what amps I would recommend this are Rega Brio, Audiolab CXA61 and Denon PMA-900hne. All of these amps are at a similar price range to Cambridge Audio. Starting with Rega, we have an amp with a whole different philosophy than Cambridge Audio. While Rega pours all its heart and engineering into providing the best analog experience you can get for that money, Rega does not have any digital connections. It is a compact device used to be tucked away among your analog sources to deliver punchy, dynamic sound. So it is not a do-it-all device like Cambridge Audio, but there are some similarities in audio quality between them. Both of them are punchy, forward and detailed, but Rega is dominant here when it comes to punchiness and detail. As Rega delivers very detailed sound that have been spiked for your enjoyment of that pulsating forward mids, but Cambridge have more rounded sound, which provides better clarity, soundstage and refinement. It also brings a big versatility in how this is being used, so depending on your preferences, this can go both ways. Audiolab is a very versatile amp, as it provides many digital inputs and Bluetooth, etc. similar to Cambridge Audio, but they have a different sonic signatures to them. Audiolab is more airy, neutral amp. It emphasizes space, definition and clarity. It is more laid-back amp to Cambridge Audio, more forward, punchy and dynamic sound. It is just that Audiolab is a great companion when you want to relax and have these speakers who can provide this big soundstage. It will provide a great meditative experience with the hints of lovely mids. Where Cambridge Audio is providing more immediate fun sound that is beaming with the details and dynamics. Yet again, you can go both ways, they are both great amps. Last one I would like to highlight in this comparison is Denon 900hne. I have a soft spot for Denon gear, and for a good reason. They are always so reliable and always provide as much as they can to their abilities. They have a balanced but a bit weighty darker tone. It pushes this with emphasis on bass rather than treble. So bass and lower mids are going to be more pronounced and heavier. Vocals are going to have more presence, and there is going to be a lot of texture in every instrument or vocal in a soundstage. While until now we spoke about versatility, meaning about features that amp brings, I can say that Denon is a super versatile when it comes to sonic characteristics. Denon can be used as a AV receiver. It truly can, more than any amp I know. It is not like it can completely change AV receiver, but it will phono an attack and agility of a great bass. It can be used to listen music. Phono stage is phenomenal in Denon. In this level, there is no phono like this. As a party amp to listen with your friends, there is a lot of value in Denon, and it is certainly something to look at while browsing for your new app. Cambridge is more punchy and dynamic, but Denon kills it with all-around versatility and a fantastic phono stage. Now I have said a lot of positive and negative about Cambridge Audio, but in the end, the hype that this amp have maybe a bit distorted my view of expectations from it. This is a great amp, don't get me wrong, but all the things which are important for me, some other amps do better. Will it be punchy sound, clarity, soundstage? There are amps in this level that brings more out of this. But there is no amp at this level that have everything and so many things at an affordable level. You can satisfy every listener, but not impress anyone. It is a great people's champion as it is there to cater for everybody's needs while providing value and versatility. If you like this review and want to hear more opinions on audiophile gear and technology, you can like and subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot as I'm a new kid on the block, so any support is much appreciated to help me grow this passion of mine. All the best. Bye.